What is the issue with Odin Kalu and Wike again? You know that the two of them, they have given themselves bad boosts before. So I don't know what this guy is still talking about. You know, I always say it's all the people that Wike is always coming to attack. He doesn't have much to say about them, but they have much to say about him. They really have much to say about him. You know, he talked about he threw jabs at the Jadeyeju, the same thing to Ugochiere. And I said that is the only thing we'll be able to talk about them. There's nothing he's going to say about them. But those guys, they will always be on him unless he repents and just say go and sit down quietly. But of course, unfortunately, that is not going to happen. You don't expect a Wike to stand. You know, Wike or to just go and sit down somewhere. Wike's case is just like a Pharaoh. You know Pharaoh? Until Pharaoh got what he wanted, he would have just left the Israelites to go jejely. He had already left them, but something came on him. I don't know. Something just came on him, and he said, no, how can I release these people? It's not possible. No. Maybe he must have been thinking that what was he thinking before allowing these guys to go? But at the end of the day, we all know the story, so I don't need to tell you. Of course, so that is the case of Wike. He would not even advise himself because there's something that is giving him that push, that's giving him that encouragement, and until he gets to the end, he will not go back. So what is Odin Kalu saying? Chidi Odin Kalu, a law professor and former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, has commented on the ongoing controversy surrounding Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. The accusations against Wike involve alleged land grabbing during the ongoing demolitions in the FCT. Critics claim that the demolition lands are being reallocated to Wike's friends, family and himself through process. Odin Kalu addressed the issue, challenging Wike to account for his wealth through legitimate earnings. The first, last and only time I received a salary from the Nigerian state was as a copper. Everything that bears my name, I can account for from legitimate earnings. I invite hashtag greedy glutton as Governor Wike to say the same. If not, he is my inferior. Period. Odin Kalu wrote. The statement by Odin Kalu has drawn attention to controversies surrounding Wike's activities as FCT minister. The demolitions, which have displaced residents and business owners, have been widely criticized as being selective and politically motivated. Activists and residents accuse Wike of using his position to enrich himself and his allies through questionable land reallocations. The lack of transparency in the process has fueled public outrage and calls for an independent investigation. Odin Kalu's statements challenge Wike to defend his integrity by publicly accounting for his assets and earnings. That is the truth. Of course, he's not going to say anything. He will just behave as if he didn't hear this kind of a thing. So Egbe Wagers, wait till see to this matter. Before, how do you rate Wike? Who was Wike before he joined politics? Somebody was saying Wike never had up to 1 million naira before he joined politics. So what was he doing? All of a sudden, the story has changed. Like they always say, the rest is history. He can't account for any. It's no match for you, Professor. It's not true. Secondly, what do you use as a criterion to measure greatness? Is the National Human Rights Commission a volunteer job? He suggests that he didn't take any salary from the government during the years he served. Just like somebody at the Fela Durotoye. He said he worked for Tinubu for how many months and he didn't collect money. Well, like Obi will always say, go and verify. And nobody has already challenged him. And I'm sure by the time you want to come back to contest for any bigger position in this country, if it becomes popular, people want to trace to that. Because as it is now, when he just said it, people never say, I beg this guy, maybe your matter now they do also. So at that time, if Fela Durotoye will come to contest for any position, people want to check that statement or what he said, whether it is true or not. Well, it's a good question that somebody is asking that this man worked at one thing for federal government. So does it mean he didn't collect money? Of course, I think that is what that statement made by Odin Kalu. That is what he suggests. That is what he suggests. Okay. Okay. Like they always say, wonder shall never end. Wike. Una no go talk another thing. That means Wike is somebody. If nobody talks about you, then you are nobody. Everybody talks about the devil. Does it mean the devil is a good person? So what are you telling us? When people talk about it, the good people can be talked about, evil people or bad people can be talked about. So that depends on the divide the person is. Another body who is talking about accountability in this Tinubu's government is talking in futility, knowing that Tinubu used all court means to win the 2023 election. Our solace is in God right now as we speak, as the decider of every man's life. For Wike, I think this man has really gone banana for him to be accumulating all this wealth, which he cannot even finish before he dies. He's talking undue or taking undue advantage of the infamous part he played to bring Tinubu to power. One thing is certain, that nothing lasts forever. Great man, great challenge. Oh yeah, over to you, Wike. Now, true, you cannot. Is it true that you cannot account for your source of income? Now, only simple question I ask you. Larry Olayinka's Wike's personal assistant has brought out all authentic documents related to the subject matter, has been presented to the press for verification, and why this ignorant and misleading man call himself professor don't even confirm that. What are you saying? Which confirmation are you talking about? Better verify from independent source, not from interested party. They asked this Larry Olayinka that they said Wike's crony name is there or something. He was saying that who said because of this. He couldn't even answer the question yes or no. He would have said no. Of course, he confirmed to the fact that yes, the some of the the allies of Wike, because they were able to pay, the other people could not pay, so they took it away from them. So which verification is this one telling us to look at or to go and do? So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.